Hi, my name is Precious Pearl Antahoge. I am from OB2, Bachelor in English Education in Philippine Normal University Visayas, and today we are going to be reacting on a speech file video, which I found on YouTube and is entitled The Reverse Creation. Now, before we proceed to the video, I would just like to say that I am not an expert in the field of speech choirs, so I may or may not comment things that you probably don't want to hear, but I'd still say it anyway as someone who has lots of experiences in joining speech choirs during my high school days, so bear with me. Also, I would like to have a shout out for those who commented on my previous videos. Their names are Rizzy Enriquez, Jolene Godinez, Dave Bagios, Erica Salantes, and of course, Flint Justin Cabrera. Thank you so much. And so, let's proceed.
Shorty said she coming with her brethren, cause she saw a young nigga pull up in the Rover. Now she said she wanna come over, yeah, but I don't want no love. I just wanna make the moolah love, yeah, the moolah love.
The earth has been beautiful until our spirits moved over it!
Okay, so I have decided to react to this video using 3 points. First is the costume, next is the voices, and then the choreography. So I'm gonna be reacting this video using these 3 points so that I could avoid unnecessary comments during the whole video. Okay, so costumes. Let's talk about costumes. Plain uniforms allow the audience to concentrate on the facial expressions. That's why most of the performance, especially in speech choirs, we used plain uniforms. For example, lettered leggings or long sleeves with plain colors. For example, tan or black colors. So these colors allow the choir to recite several very different pieces in one performance. Also, theme costumes can highlight the meaning of the piece and or differentiate voice groups, like from medium, low, medium to high. Next will be voices later. listened to this performance, I heard this raspiness or very, very ragged voice within the performers, and I think it is part of the performance, or maybe their mentor told them to use that kind of voice or to transition to that kind of voice, so that I think it fits the theme of their performance. But honestly, for a listener, it's very harsh to like listen to a performance that as you listen you also feel how harsh or painful that sound like when they're making a very ragged voice in a performance. That is very painful to the audience, because even though you're just listening, you can also feel how that would feel in the throat by using that kind of voice. So I think there is a better way to use a tone of voice that still fits the theme of the piece, but is not like very harsh on both the performers and also the listeners. Next will be the choreography. So the choreography is very important in a speech choir, because not only that we use the voices or our voices in performing, but we also use our hands, our movements, our gestures in order to interpret the piece that we are supposed to interpret in a speech choir. So if the piece is interpreted, then it is a good choreography. While watching this video, I noticed that some parts of the performance were not met or were not executed properly, which is a total bummer, because some of those parts are really good, but then they were not executed. The movements should have been precise, but I'm not the one to say it because I'm not a perfect performer. But just maybe like comment or even advice that some movements or some choreography should have been practiced more thoroughly, so that it could have been performed perfectly or smoothly. So I want to say that although those parts were not executed properly again. But then, choreography doesn't always have to be very great or very big or very extravagant. As long as it is interpreting the piece, then it is very good. It is very important to just interpret the piece. You don't need to have elaborate choreography. So that was a very good performance. Despite all of that negative parts which I noticed. And if I would have to rate this whole performance from a scale of 1 to 10, and 10 is the highest, I would rate it with 9, because I don't want to be a thorough judge to rate it with 8, but because it was a really good performance and I wasn't the one performing it, and also I don't know how or what are the circumstances behind the performance or behind the struggles of the performers. And I rated 9 because there is always a room for improvement. I would love to give credit to the owner of this video. Channel was named Joan Manuel. Thank you so much for the video, and also thank you for watching. And if you notice the subscribe button below, please ignore it. That is not important, it's not necessary. Thank you so much.
Now I gotta wash my mouth out with soap.